Hey guys, so first I'm going to show you guys what I put on my face. And for my cleanser, I use my Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. I love that stuff. For my face, I use the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief, and I absolutely adore that product. I then use my Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. I love this as well, and I just use that on through my eye. I then use my Hourglass primer all over my face, and I just put like dots on my face and then just rub it in. You definitely don't want to use a lot of that stuff because it will be a lot, trust me. I'm now putting on my Becca Evermatte foundation, and the color that I use is Sienna, and I'm using my beauty blender to blend that all in. I absolutely love this because if you don't want to put on powder and if you don't want any powder on your face, just use this. You don't have to use powder at all because it's a matte foundation. So now I'm just putting on my concealer, and I'm using the Tarte Majuka Creaseless Concealer in Deep. And this is a concealer that you definitely need to set quickly or else it will crease like nobody's business. So I will blend it in with my beauty blender that I've already used with my foundation. And then I'm putting on my banana powder from Ben Nye. And this powder I will just keep on so it can just set, and then I'll just wipe off the excess when I'm done with the rest of my makeup. So I'm brushing out my brows, making sure my brows are nice and neat. And I will then use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown. And I use that as an outline for my brows just to make sure that everything is nice and neat because I love outlining with that product. And I will then go in and fill in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade and in deep brown. And then I will go ahead with my concealer, and I'm using that matte concealer. You can use any concealer you want, and I'm just using that to clean up my brow area, make sure everything is just nice and put together. Okay, so I'm using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I really do love this base. And then I went in with my Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Groundwork. And that just makes my eyeshadow stick better. I then went in with a MAC shadow called Saddle, and that's to make sure that everything blends well. And I then went ahead and went into my NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow, and this I used a dark red, but I didn't really like it, so I switched up and used a red blush. You can use any red blush you want. I just use that to make it more red, make it more intense. I then went back into the NARS Dual Intensity palette and used the black, and it wasn't as black as I wanted it, so I made sure to wet my brush and I used a MAC spritzer, and it just ended up being more intense. Now, I don't show you what I did after that, but I did go ahead back with the other red brush that I used with the red blush, and I just made sure to blend in the black with the red. And now I went back into the red blush, and I also went back into the red from the Dual Intensity palette, and I blended those together, and I did it on my lower lash line. So I'm using my favorite eyeliner, liquid liner, and I just use that to make a small wing. So now I'm just using my Urban Decay Zero Liner and just using that to line my lower lash line. So I'm just showing you guys how good I look. And now I'm just using a random Asian lashes. I don't know where it's from. I think it's from eBay. I don't really know because I've had this for a while, but I did use that and I really liked it how it came out. So now I'm using my CoverGirl Ebony bronzer, and I'm just using that to sculpt my face. And I did actually go back and use the black use a black shadow, and I just to make the make me look more sunken in. So I really did end up liking it. I didn't really do too much black, but I loved how sculpted I look after that because you know you're a vampire, you're supposed to look sunken in. So next I used the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light, and I really loved how it came out. It's so natural, and it's also just very intense color, and you can just build it up. And I did use a light red blush because I didn't want to look like too done up. So, but you can use any red blush that you want. But again, I will put everything I use down in the description bar below. Next, I'm using my Night Moth lip pencil from MAC, and I just use that because it's really dark, and I will also end up using a red lip. Okay, so for lipstick, I'm actually using a Too Faced Melted Lipstick in Melted Velvet, and I really do love the way that this look came out, so I really love the lips. On top of that, I'm wearing a NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Apple Crisp. And then I'm using my Too Faced Roller Lash Mascara. And now I'm just using this Halloween blood that I found at the Halloween store. You can find it at any Halloween store. And I'm just using that to make like the fake blood because I'm trying to be a vampire. So I came back and realized that I didn't make an outro, but this is basically the look at the end of the night. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video.